Oi guys, hope everybody's having a good one. I got out for my walk this morning and they've opened up a big area like down the road a bit, so I was able to go a different direction this morning. I did it the other day and I was a bit more open. It's not going through the neighbourhood where there's all the nice trees and all that, but just gives the mind a little bit of a different way, doesn't it? But anyway, I come to you because I'm going to put down in the description, but I'm going to give you a warning with it. But I'm going to put down in the description what I've been watching. And don't get me wrong, Shawn Ryan, the interviewer, is he's a guy I follow. Well worth going and following, by the way, because he puts out some really banging interviews. And, you know, a lot of those are to do mind-wise and stuff. So go and check him out anyway, Shawn Ryan. But he's interviewing this fella that's actually a hacker. And I've seen an interview with this fella, same guy, with Shawn Ryan, about 3 years ago when he was bringing out about people taking advantage of kids. And nobody wanted to listen to this guy. He went to the FBI. He managed to hack into somebody's, basically, I guess, pedophilia world or whatever it was. I don't know. But, because as I say, I watched the interview a long time ago. It was about 3 years ago. I think he says on it was 3 years ago, on this one now that I'm watching. But anyway, nobody was listening to him until Shawn Ryan got him on the show and interviewed him about it, pulled it out in the open, and then something was done about it. So they saved, I don't know, many young'uns. Well, he's back on the show because he's found something else, and I'll tell you what, I switched it off. I went into my wife, Tracy, who works in the office with me. And when I'm working, she disappears, but when I'm not in the office, you know, doing my practice, she's in the office. But I walked in there and I said, I can't even watch it all. And she's like, it's that bad? I'm like, ay. Anyway, got to put it in the description, but I just want to pull the attention to this because there's groups that's going out there. The one he mentioned was 764, but there's many others, and it gets brought out in that interview if you go and listen to it. But I tell you, warning, because I just felt my anger coming up, and hence why I'm out doing this interview right now, because I was like, all right, I've got to direct the anger. So I'm directing the anger because I believe it's down to anybody out there that works with mental health, and this involves mental health, let me tell you. And my channel's all about getting real and mental health, that it's also down to us to put things like this out into the open, which is what I'm hopefully, let me cross this road, which is what I'm hopefully going to be doing. Because they're going out there and they're going on the games like Roblox and things like that, and different sites, and he mentions about mental health bulletin boards as well, to where kids are going on there and they're trying to get help because they don't want to go to, I don't know, their parents or whatever, which, okay, you know, I'm for it, but and then again there's this side to it which is a dangerous side, because you've got these people in there starting to grooming young'uns, and they're making them do horrendous things, guys, horrendous things. And, you know, hey, like I say, if you don't want to hear it, switch this off, because there's things that they're doing that's, I'm looking at the screen and I'm thinking, you know, your mental health is being used because, you know, you're in a vulnerable spot when you have certain things that's kicking off. And these young people, I've worked with some guys that are young. And when I say young, I mean, a lot of my guys are young, but I mean young'uns, little ones. And you know, the mental health there, when you got those reaching out to try and find a way, and then someone's saying, hey, I'll show you the way, but now they take advantage of that and get control and move their way in. And oh man, when they're, you know, making them cut themselves, and if they're already cutting, that's a really bad thing already. But they're making them cut the names and symbols in their arms and wherever, not just their arms, wherever, taking their video in this, and people are sitting there watching it. There's suicide going on, there's killing of animals and pets, and I mean, even this guy, I can't remember the bloody name of the fella that's being interviewed, the hacker fella, but he's saying it's absolute. He said it's freaking, it's just barbaric and evil. It's just evil. And I'm sad. I'm really, really sad that, you know, I know when I went into this profession, and I was talking to my therapist, which I still do, you know, about things within the trade and stuff like that. But I remember right at the very beginning, my therapist says, you know, you think you may have heard it all, and then something comes along and you really haven't. And I've had that through my guys, you know, as I've progressed in the profession. And yeah, you do, you know. And I've had people sit there reporting to me what's happened to them. Some in complete denial of anything even being traumatic, because it was just like normal. And you look and you're like, God. And I look at, you know, my guys, and then when I look at something that's involving mental health and kids, and on a whole different level, we've got our young man. I'm getting quite choked up, man. Because it's hard to think, like, put yourself in their shoes, the fear that they're in, and they're reaching out, and there's people just completely taking advantage and control of that. And parents, listen, because on this interview, you're going to see a parent come into the room, a dad, come into the room, speak to the dude. You got the actual people that are the freaking nasty people talking to the dad. And go and listen to that interview and see what happens. Because you'll see the video clip of the dad saying to the people, hey, listen, I'm just going to... And I thought, oh yeah, bang on. But then apparently, they even say what they had the daughter do. And he gives the computer back, and the daughter goes back on. What is wrong with you? What on earth? I remember when my youngest daughter, she was, I don't know what game it was, but they mentioned Roblox, and that rings a bell to me. They mentioned Roblox on the interview. And again, I still haven't watched all the interview. I had to take like a bit of a walk and a break. I've never watched an interview where I've been like, oh, I've got to pause a minute and kind of like take a breather. I've never done that with interviews. And I've watched some pretty heavy interviews. Have I been sad and stuff like that? Yeah, I've had sadness and things, but I've never been to where I'm like watching an interview and going, a mix of emotional connection with the kids themselves and who this is happening to, because I know mental health. But in the absolute barbaric sickness mind that's out there taking advantage of those that are looking for help. And then what does that do to the likes, oops, I've got a car coming. what does that do to the likes of people like myself as well that's looking to help other individuals, and then they don't trust you, right? You can see that. Like, why all of a sudden now would they be trusting of you? And I've spoken to young people with my therapist when I've been called in to help, other people, and there's been some young individuals that we've worked with, and I'm always conscientious of the fact that, hey, and they've been, young females, like young, that we've been helping, and, you want nothing more than to be able to connect with a young'un early. It's just like some of my young guys I've got now, and I look at them and I go, hey, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying, because I've been there, I've done that, I've missed out on a lot. I might not have gone through degrees of trauma that individuals have been brought up in, but, work with your mind early. Don't get to where I'm at, where I'm 57 years old and I'm like, man. And plus, now I can look back and see where the anxiety did actually freaking play a massive role in stopping me doing shit. So, when I talk about the trust thing, and you want people to trust you, which, thank God, the people I work with, they do. It takes some time sometimes because, you're a complete stranger. But if you've gone through something like that, where you've been completely taken advantage of, how can you look at someone like me that's trying to help and believe them? God, blimey, that. I don't even know where you start to have them see that other people ain't like that. Because I tell you guys, it's absolutely horrendous. It's barbaric what's going on. And I want all you guys to please pass this around. I know I keep on saying it. Because it seems that everybody likes to listen to damn carnage or watch carnage or frickin' complete bullshit, apparently, instead of working on their own mental health, because otherwise my subscribers and everything would be through the ceiling. But you go and watch a bullshit video, you can see where all the people are going of you. So please, listen. This is important to get these messages out there like this, because I don't know. All I want to do is stop it. Stop. I can't believe what I'm hearing. It's just barbaric. Come on, we're human. We're all human. What is going on that would drive someone to do something like that? What is happening? And if you're even in the mindset of thinking about stuff like that, get the bloody help. And because something's going on to where, maybe someone can help. And because this is insane. Go and check out the video, guys. Like I say, a little bit of a heads up. And it's not the whole video, because the video, and it's a long one, trust me. I've been watching this over a period of a few days, and it's a great interview, it really is. Especially if you want to know how easy it is for you to get hacked. Wow, unbelievable. He goes through a lot of different things and hows, and then the main reason he came on there is to focus on this frickin' whatever, I don't even know what to call it, that's going on with young'uns. And people are getting recruited and everything. So I'm going to put the whole thing in the description. But I'll also put a little note of, if you want to just see the bit that I'm just been talking about and what I want to blow up into focus, then I'll put that in the description. But be warned, because you know, I've definitely had a couple of firings off in my head where I'm like, son of a motherfucker, like, why is this happening? And you want to, you know, you think you want to get a coalition together and just fucking stop this shit, or get a group where kids can go to and they know that they're safe. I don't know. What do we do with this situation, guys? What do we do? What do we do? Why are we just not thinking and brushing this shit under the carpet? And I tell you, if you just brush this off and don't really pay attention, and you're one of the many, then you live in a fog. Live in a fog, because sometimes we, you know, and I'm going to say need to. I'm going to say that because we all have choice, absolutely. You can choose to or not to. But if you choose not to look at it, you're just brushing that thing away. And there's kids and young people that are scared shitless, that ain't getting the help, not even from law enforcement at times. They're just not getting the help because they're not being believed. And it's down to us to stand up and help people. Love each and every one of you. I really do. Get this message out there, please. Get this message out there. Stay the course. Namaste.